Y'all, please give a nice welcome now to CowboySlim.
Thank you. I've heard some really talented musicians in here tonight. It's really good. Thanks for having me. I wrote this song about a couple of people that were in my life years ago. One of them was my brother. He's long gone. And the other one was my first wife. And her name was Rebecca, so I put her in the song too. It's called Just Jump In. Well, I was 5 years old at the swimming hole, just my brother Paul and me. I'd been wading in that hole since I was barely 3. Paul yelled out, "I dare ya," said, "Come on, just jump in." I yelled back, "I can't, I'm scared, and you know I can't swim." Paul said he would help me if I put my trust in him. So I stood there, looked at the sky, and then I held my breath, closed my eyes, and I jumped in. As I hit the water, my head began to spin. Suddenly I realized I'd begun to swim. I held my breath, closed my eyes, and I jumped in. 10 years later, behind the barn with a girl named Becky Sue, she asked if she kissed me, would I kiss her too? I told her that I was scared, it was my first time. She said it was easy, just let her lips touch mine. She put her arm around me and I felt myself give in. So I stood there, I held her close, and then I held my breath, closed my eyes, and I jumped in. As I felt our lips meet, my head began to spin. I thought out loud, now this is something worth remembering. I held my breath, closed my eyes, and I jumped in. Everyone has something that they're afraid to do. Don't let swimming or kissing or living get the best of you. Just hold your breath, close your eyes, and jump right in. As things start to happen, your head may start to spin. That's the way it always goes when something new begins. Just hold your breath, close your eyes, and jump right in. Jump right in, baby, jump right in. Jump right in, baby, jump right in. Thank you. This next song was written about my another ex-wife. I'm not going to say how many. That'd be tacky, wouldn't it? Anyhow, when she left me with the kids. And I tried to sue her for child support a couple of times, and she kept moving. She moved up to Alaska, and so I finally just killed her off in a song. It's called "Don't Try to Buy My Love," and it's about her because she used to always say that to me when we were courting. I'd bring her a present, and she'd come back with, "Don't try to buy my love," and it got to be a running gag. So I hope you like the song. I met her in a coffee shop in San Diego. She was working on a midnight shift. I was looking for somebody I could spend some time with. I was looking, if you catch my drift. And I gave her $20 and said, keep the change. Her face turned a passionate red. She counted out the money, put it in my hand, looked me in the eye and said, don't try to buy my love. Don't try to buy my love. You can hug me, you can squeeze me, do anything to please me, but don't try to buy my love. Six months later, I was bringing in the groceries. I'd been shopping for what seemed like hours. I walked in and handed her a box of chocolates and a great big bunch of flowers. She put her arm around me and said, what have you done? I said, nothing, these are just because. She giggled just a little, took me by the hand, said, don't try to buy my love. Don't try to buy my love. Don't try to buy my love. You can hug me, you can squeeze me, do anything to please me, but don't try to buy my love. Well, I remember one time I turned it around and I used that phrase on her. She was digging through her purse, collecting loose change, 'cause things were as tight as they were. $1.47 piled on the table when she gave that pile a shove. I looked at her and winked, and we both started laughing. I said, don't try to buy my love. Don't try to buy my love. Don't try to buy my love. You can hug me, you can squeeze me, do anything to please me, but don't try to buy my love. Now some loves last forever, some don't last that long. When she took sick and died that year, I wrote down this song. She said I'd forget her, but it hasn't happened yet. I still think about her and that night we met over coffee in a coffee shop in San Diego. She was working on a midnight shift.
Thank you.
Thanks, Slim. Cowboy Slim.